All right, everybody. In this one, we have a 2015 Cruze with no AC. What we're going to do is just verify the complaint that there's no AC, and we're going to be going from get started from there. So I just turned that on. Our AC is on. Make sure that there's no AC. Nothing happening on the AC side. All right. They can make sure our trap works. The trap does work. That's perfect. All right, but it is still warm coming out. All right, so let's get started by diagnosing this. I'm going to bring this back into the shop, and we're going to verify why there is no AC coming out of these vents. All right, guys, so coming out to the engine, the first thing that I came over is I just wanted to check my lines. My lines are actually nice and cold onto my suction side, so I don't think I'm having an issue there. My pressure side is warm, so I don't think that I'm having an issue really with the compressor or a freon level. So what I think I'm going to be doing right now is going inside and looking at my traps to make sure that my traps are working, and then from there, well, we're going to see what is going on, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to end up having a trap issue. All right, I'll try and get you guys up inside of here so we can see what is going on. Try my best anyway. Move this guy out of the way. So the one that is up there, the big wheel, is for my my mode selection. All right, so that's going to change between my floors and my defrost and face. Then this little guy over here is the one that actually controls the temperature. Now, when I switch my temperature, there is no actuation going on. All right, so either the pellet on the inside has broken or the motor itself is no good. So I'm going to take him off. It's only those two little screws right there that you guys see. And we're going to see if there's actually anything going on the inside of it, all right? So, give me a moment. All right, so if we turn it, we see that it's moving, but there is not very much movement. I don't know if you guys see. Like, this guy barely turns. So I'm gonna be removing him. I just want to make sure that the pallet on the inside works. So this little like nub over here, I want to make sure that he works properly. I'm just gonna stick a screwdriver into there and make sure that he works, just to turn him. And then we're gonna take this guy off and we're gonna verify and make sure that there might not be something broken or stuck on the inside of him. So, all right, guys. So as you can see, I got my screwdriver into the hole where the pallet is. And when I take it and I turn it this way, I get hot. And when I turn it this way, I get cold. When I put my hand up to the vent, there is nice cold air coming out of the vent. So there's no problem with the AC system up to that point. The pallet is working. The compressor is working. Everything is working the way it's supposed to. I believe that we are just having an actuator that is not opening up completely and making the system stuck. We're going to take and open up the actuator just because we can. And from there, we're going to see if there's anything wrong on the inside. And if there is, well, the actuator is going to get replaced regardless. Because if I'm able to control it with my hand and the only thing that's not able to control is the actuator, but we've seen the actuator move, I'm not going to go any further. This guy's going to be getting an actuator. So let me pause you guys and I'll bring you guys right back. So all we're going to do is take and push on these little tabs, and from there what that's going to do is going to allow me to pull this cover up in order to see the internals of the actuator. Let's do this with you guys. Just take and pull this guy up now. All right, see if we see anything that might be broken on the inside. Everything looks pretty good. I don't see anything broken, so let's pull this guy up. He seems to be okay. All my gears seem to be intact. So from there, not very much more that you can do, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. We have this little guy that's just floating around. Probably gets connected from this guy, yeah. So when this guy gets pushed on, he gets pulled down. So I'm okay with that. Let's check and make sure that all the little gears at the bottom here are okay. For all we know, there might be a broken one. Doesn't seem like it. So yeah, so that only leaves the actuator to be faulty. It's not opening up where it's supposed to for some reason. Why? I would not be able to answer that. It's electronic on the inside. Maybe the motor itself is actually sticking. I cannot get to the motor portion of this actuator. So I'm going to put all this back together. We're going to order up an actuator for this vehicle, and that will fix our issue. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Alright, so we're on the same little Chevrolet Cruze. What we're going to do is verify check engine real quick. I think they said that they had a purge code and a lean code, so I'm thinking that the purge valve is not working the way that it's supposed to. But we're going to take and we're going to verify that. Automatic selection. Read. That's good. We're going to just do a full system scan. Make sure that there's no other codes in any of their system, because this is a used car, and the used cars from this place have to be pretty much immaculate when they leave. So we're gonna take and verify everything and make sure everything is good. No idea. That doesn't change anything for us. We're dealing with the engine computer, so. Passenger presence system version. We have a, actually it is equipped, but like I said, there are specific modules that don't really pertain to this diagnosis, so we don't really need them to be at 100%, or we don't have to know them at 100%, okay? So let's just let this scan and we'll be back. Alright, so we have two codes in the system. We're going to go to report real quick. We're going to go down to the engine computer. Make sure. We have a P0443, evaporative emission per solenoid valve circuit control circuit, and emission system flow during non-purge. Alright, so, and let's go down. We had main temperature control unit. This one is caused because I actually have the unit unplugged, so there are no other codes in here except for the check engine. So let's escape this. Let's go look at our live data for our engine control module. Oh, actually, I think there was one for emissions on. I think there is one for emissions. Stop start, not equipped. Automatic. Live data. Now from here we should be able to pick emissions, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we can. So exhaust, evaporative emissions. All right. The way that GMs work is actually opposite. So they use a vacuum sensor into their fuel tank. So what ends up happening is that when there's a vacuum, we're going to have a positive voltage. And when there's a pressure, we're going to end up having a negative voltage onto our system. All right. So if we come down to our fuel tank pressure sensor voltage, all right, we are at 2.06, which is not good. If I'm not mistaken, these ones are supposed to be about the 1.5 range, and when they're at 0.2, that means that there is a vacuum that is actually applied to it. So what we're going to do, we're going to go up, we're just going to unplug the connector, and we're going to see what ends up happening there. So let's go up to the front and bring the scan tool with us. Oh, pop the hood. Okay. I'll try to do this with one hand. I might not be able to, so give me a second. Alright, so very simple. First step we're going to do is just take and unplug the connector, so we get to stop doing its purge cycle. Alright, and if we see there, we have a 1.9, so it dropped, so that means that we have a pressure that was added to the system. Okay, now if I take and I come over, because I believe that our issue is going to be inside of the purge, we'll just take and we'll remove this guy. This one is the one that goes back to the canister. We'll turn him over, we'll pull this guy out, and we'll pull him off. I can tell you right now that there is a vacuum that is going on onto this, which is not good. This guy should be closed right now. So that indicates to me that there is a bad seal on the inside of the purge valve, and this guy needs to be replaced, and that will fix our issue. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll put a link in the description on a video that I did on how to diagnose this at 100%. Since I already have that video, I think it would be kind of pointless to make another video on the diagnosis. So I'll just put a link so you guys can go see that one. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time.